Hey, it's Jonathan here with West 7 Coin and Stamp, and we're back here with our elemental analyzer, our non-destructive testing device, where we're going to test a couple different items today. If you didn't see our last video on the 1921 5-cent silver, we had actually taken one of the coins and put them in here and tested it for its chemical composition or its metallurgical composition. But today we're going to start with this. Every morning when we come in, first thing we do is calibrate our machine. So first of all, you can see here, I'll open it up, and our unit here comes with a little test disc. It's got a specific chemical composition that the machine will read and use it to calibrate itself. So first here we can see, and it's going to take about 30 seconds or so, and we're getting ready for our calibration check. Again, because this is high intensity X-ray beams in this machine, there is a warning light. When that light's blinking, we don't open the machine. But as our calibration is happening, I'll just showcase a couple pieces we have today. We have a couple Eagle Moss figures. Supposed to be, you know, die cast or resin. Some of the earlier ones were lead. A couple Marvel Toy Biz figures. We're gonna see what those guys are made out of. We got a Turbo Fire, one of the Sweet 16 Hot Wheels there. Piece of hopefully silver jewelry. Couple pieces of gold here. The Maple Leaf by the Royal Canadian Mint, pure gold, and the South African Cougarand, which is actually 1 ounce of pure gold, but it's also an alloy with copper. Some silver coins, and a couple nickels from Canada and various times of history. But as we can see, our calibration check has passed. So just for fun, what we're going to do is we're going to see what our calibration disc is actually made out of. So let's hit play. And as we can see here on the chart, our calibration disc got iron, nickel, chromium, malonium, I believe, manganese, and copper. And if I was wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comments below. But there is all of our chemical composition. So I'm assuming that's a stainless steel disc based on that composition. But we'll open it up and we'll start with our first test. So firstly, we'll start with something basic. We'll start with a nickel from Canada. This is a 1930 nickel. So back then, we should see this thing being made out of 100% nickel. And we do, and little bits, you can see there's a little bit of iron on it, probably just some dust, some dirt over time, rummaging around in a change purse or whatnot. If we were to clean it up, we would see that 100% nickel, but there is a little bit of extra, a little bit of trace elements on that one. The next one I have here is a 1942 nickel, which was actually made out of an alloy they called tombac. Tombac was made out of copper and nickel, and this was because during the war they needed the nickel for stainless steel and other various alloys. That they had actually found some new alloys to make our coinage out of. And as we can see there, oh, sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. It wasn't nickel, it was zinc. So we can see there we have about 87 3/4% copper, and that last 12 or so percent was zinc on this guy. Pretty cool. And then our next nickel, we're gonna go right up to common date and see what they're making them out of now. And there you go, the results are coming in. We can see primarily made out of copper, nickel, and again with a little bit of traces of some steel there. So that's cool. And I think the newer ones, like this is a 2009. Oops. This It's a 2009 nickel. The newer ones are all steel cores. We'll have to bring one out for another video and show you guys. But next, let's go with gold maple leaf here. Year 1990. So here at West Edmonton Coin and Stamp, when you buy bullion, you're able to feel secure that we do have pure elements. All our stuff we're able to test for quality. And there we have it. Our 1 ounce gold maple leaf, again, produced by the Royal Canadian Mint, is only considered to be 4 nines pure, but the analyzer with that plus or minus margin shows us 100% gold, which is what we like to see. Next one we'll go for is our South African Cougaran. As I had mentioned before, this coin weighs just over an ounce, but still contains 1 ounce of pure gold mixed with copper, which gives it that nice reddish hue. And the results are coming in again, and we're around 91% gold, 8% copper, and probably from me touching things and being around the store here, there's some traces of silver on that guy. Again, considered to be a 22 karat coin. Next one I'll go for, let's do a silver maple leaf. Nice 2020, new one with security features. But again, we can test it. And we have 100% silver. We're gonna mix it up once the machine finishes here, and we're gonna mix it up and we're gonna try one of these coins. Kind of looks old, potentially from the Orient. And we're gonna see what it's made out of. I do know that this coin is considered to be a counterfeit or a replica. It's not the real coin. We would see it being made out of silver. And as you can see, this coin here, not made out of silver, but made out of copper, zinc, nickel, and manganese. And just some little bit, the CO I've learned to come is just some dirt or trace elements that are unrecognized by the machine. And there you have it. Another one we can try here is our Morgan dollar from 1921 from the United States. And if my memory serves me correct, we should see around 90% silver on this guy. And there you can see we're sitting around 92%. Again, things back then weren't perfect, so our books tell us one thing, but when we go and test things non-destructively, we sometimes get varied results. And that one there, so we got just the silver and a little bit of copper. Well, we're gonna try a Canadian silver dollar from around the same time. This is a 1959. And this one we should see approximately 80% silver. And I was wrong. We're about 90% silver on that. So always a learning curve around here. Let's spice it up. Coins we know lots about. Let's try something fun. Let's go with the Hot Wheels car. See if we can, almost looks like a DeLorean, see if we can send it back to the future in this thing. And let's go. That's cool. We're seeing some different elements here again. So we got zinc. This car is primarily made out of zinc with traces of copper and chrome. So that's awesome. quality product produced back in 1968 roughly. Let's try one of these guys. Iron Man. Should definitely hopefully be made out of iron. Again, we figure these are some early Toy Biz figures. But we'll throw them in and check them out. So we can see our results slowly coming in here. And this guy's mostly made out of zinc. And we're seeing TI, which makes me believe that's titanium. Because Toy Biz had a series long time ago called the Titanium series. So again, older products made out of a lot better quality than some of the things we see nowadays actually had 11% titanium in it. Let's see what Wolverine's made out of here. And I'm sorry, correct me in the comments below. I don't know what the W is. So what is the periodic, what is the element W? Let's try Wolverine here. Let's see if our machine can pick up adamantium. And again, just as before, we could see this is made out of zinc, titanium, and we'll have to do a little bit of research on this, but the W might even just be our machine picking up the paint and giving us a different reading on that. This machine is primarily used for jewelry and testing gold and silver, but for your viewing pleasure, we're gonna put a couple other things in here. So next, an Ego Moss figure. DC, we got Poison Ivy here. Copyright 2009, so hopefully it's not lead, but we'll find out here shortly. And she's 100% lead. Lot of things we've heard. Oh, and there's some titanium, some copper. One thing a lot of people, we hear from people in the store, the old Ego Moss figures of the lead are kind of nice because it only chips the paint a little bit. The newer resin ones tend to break if you drop them. So Ego Moss definitely with a high quality figure. Don't put her in your mouth. That's for the adult collectors again, so don't put her in your mouth and keep her away from the kids. Next, we'll see how far the Green Lantern can go tonight. We'll stick him in there, just over top of our little sensing window. And as it works, we got lead and titanium again. So again, a newer figure, but still made with a high quality product, throwing that titanium in there for the extra strength. That's probably why these guys are so durable. The lead you'd typically be able to bend, but these guys, that titanium keeps them strong. So now back to one of the more traditional things we do with this machine. I have a piece of gold jewelry here. Little gold American coin there. But we're more concerned about the chain because we do buy a fair amount of old jewelry here at West 7 Coin and Stamp. So the concern is with fake jewelry. So what I do is I place the chain on my little viewing window and we press play. And we can see that it is a 10 karat chain. We have 10 karat, again, copper being the primary metal in it, followed by gold, zinc, and silver. And then we're gonna try another one here. Based by the markings, I'm assuming this is going to come up as silver. 925, which means it's sterling silver. helps fight off tarnishing. And let's go. So that's funny. So we're showing a little bit higher here, but again, depending on where I hit the chain and if it was a soldered point on it, we will get some variation from the analyzer compared to the markings. Again, the mixing of melted metals isn't exactly easy to keep on point. We're gonna try one more here for you. I found this and was told this could potentially be gold. Good old Harley Davidson pin. Again, that looks kind of like a diamond, but maybe we'll do another video one day and we'll bring out the diamond tester and go through that one. But I'm going to place this one carefully on the window there, just so that I don't get any stray elements or that potential diamond on the window, which might give us a false reading. And there you have it. It actually is an 11 karat gold item. Gold being our primary, copper, silver, and zinc. So that's pretty cool. Don't see many of these around nowadays. Feel free to come on in and check this guy out. And we'll do one more. I have a good old Klondike Mike dollar from Edmonton here when we have K-Days. And for those of you around the world or around the country that don't know what K-Days is, it's our little fair we have every year. There's always the carnival and the rides, and back in the day they used to make trading dollars for it. So you'd buy your trade dollars and you were able to spend it on the fairgrounds. And as we can see, that those trade dollars were actually made out of 100% nickel. Again, just popping up with some trace elements, whether some dirt or whatnot on the product. So that's pretty cool. And for fun, we'll try one last one. I know I keep saying it, but I keep hearing you guys yell encore in the comments below. So I'm doing it because you guys are making me. We're gonna try this old pocket watch for fun. A lot of times back then, gold was cheap, so they were able to produce these pocket watches out of gold. Not like nowadays where you're paying lots of money for a product like that. Back then, gold was fairly inexpensive, believe it or not. And you could see that pocket watch housing is actually 14 karat gold. 58% gold, 32% copper, 7% silver, and just under 2% zinc. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a lot of fun being able to have the equipment and show you guys and test it. Maybe comment down below if you have any ideas of things we can test in the future, and we'll try it out. Please try to keep it to metal items. Plastics we've tried in the past and doesn't work out so well. But we appreciate it. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and like below, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.